Timbaland is widely regarded as one of the best producers of all time, producing countless rap and R&B hits. But what can we, the producers of today, learn from his beats? First, we need a melody. Normally, I'd start with a chord progression, but after listening to The Way I Are and Promiscuous, I instantly clocked on to one of Timbaland's secret tricks. He starts his tracks with a simple, catchy lead melody, something like this. The reason this is so effective is because of what he does with the hook sections of his beats. But I'm going to save that for later, as I've got another little trick that he used on the lead on The Way I Are. First, bounce out the melody into audio. This way you can stop it exactly where you want it to without reverbs and delays bleeding into each other. Next, chop out the parts you don't need. And finally, add in a short, stabby bass sound. This melody is super simple, and Timbaland likes to keep it that way. The way he fills out his beats is with percussion. He loves to use drums from all across the world. For example, listen to the bongos on this Justin Timberlake track. So I jumped on Splice and found this bongo loop. But I wanted to add one more layer underneath it, as Timbaland loves to stack his percussion. So I grabbed this perc loop from my free kit. And for the final part of the drums are Timbaland's two favourite sounds, the kick and the snare. Next, we have the all-important hook section. By bringing the chords in only when the chorus hits, it makes it the standout moment of the song, making it feel big and energetic. So for RB, I added in this catchy progression. The instrument that this sound came from, the Korg Triton, was a staple in 90s and 2000s production. It was used by so many producers from that era, including, of course, Timbaland. On top of that, I added another string sound from the Triton as an accent. One thing we were missing was a hard-hitting bass. I chose this synth bass with not too much high end because we've already filled a lot of the frequencies up there. Second to last, I added in some extra hi-hats to further the bounce. And finally, I changed the voicing of the chords in the second half of the hook and added this lead sound for some harmony. Now we're going to be taking a look at Timbaland's R&B production. There are some different techniques that he used on these types of beats that we can learn from. First of all is the sound selection. He used more real instruments like guitar and Rhodes on tracks like Can We by SWV and Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake. For RB, I put down this progression with a Lounge Lizard Rhodes sound. Now there are two key parts to this chord progression. Number one is the last chord. We've turned it into a diminished chord by raising this note up by a semitone. This gives it that classic 90s R&B sound. And second is the arpeggiated notes. Now if you want to be able to make chord progressions just like this with ease and learn music theory, then I've got something that you need to check out. Skillshare are offering a free 30-day trial to the first 1,000 people to sign up with the link in the description, so you can improve any area of your production for free for an entire month. You got nothing to lose, so make sure you take advantage of this while you can. I've been taking the Ultimate Gospel Piano course by Kingsley B and Krumah, and that's massively helped me with my piano skills. Skillshare is great for learning new musical skills, but there are also hundreds of career-focused classes too, and the new year is the perfect time to learn something new and reinvent yourself. We all want to make money as producers, and Skillshare has classes such as diversify your income, earn passive income on selling products online. Don't forget, no goal is too small. If you want to become an expert at music theory, even learning one chord progression is progress, and the teachers on Skillshare can help you get there one step at a time. Let's get back into the video. I then layered the Rhodes with an arpeggiated guitar top line melody. The guitar is again from the Korg Triton. Next we have another huge part of Timbaland's sound, and it's something that's been with him even before he began making beats.
What was the first beat you ever made? What did it sound like? I remember making it with my mouth, and it was like.
There's a layer of percussion on Cry Me a River that Timbaland recorded by beatboxing. To replicate this, I started by recording in a hi-hat sound. Make sure you EQ out the low end to make it sound like a crispy hi-hat. After that, I recorded in a snare. I processed it with a Panx, which shapes the transient and helps it cut through the mix. And finally, I clicked my tongue and added some reverb to it to make an ambient percussion sound underneath the snare. And I recorded an open hat and pitched it down, leaving us with this final percussion loop. After that, I layered them with some other drum sounds to make it hit harder. We have a perk, 2 snares and a kick, all from the Layers Volume 2 drum kit. Timbaland also added some harsher sounds to his R&B beats. Take a listen to this Brandy song, for example. Underneath the smooth roads is a heavy distorted bass, so for our beat, I added 2 synth bass sounds. To finish everything off, I've added 2 string counter melodies to help the beat progress a bit better. Let's listen to the final beat. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.